Orgasms are widely regarded as one of the most intense and pleasurable experiences, yet they remain mysterious in many ways. Science has delved into various aspects of orgasms, revealing surprising facts about what happens to our bodies and minds during this euphoric experience. Here are some lesser-known facts about orgasms that might surprise you. The brain plays a fascinating role during orgasm. When we reach climax, the brain undergoes remarkable changes, with specific areas lighting up that are associated with pleasure, reward, and emotional processing. During this moment, the brain actually releases a cocktail of chemicals that contribute to the feeling of bliss. Among these are oxytocin, the love hormone, and dopamine, which is responsible for feelings of euphoria. This chemical cascade explains why people often feel a strong emotional connection after climax, as oxytocin strengthens bonding and intimacy. Another intriguing aspect is the physiological changes that occur during orgasm. Blood pressure and heart rate increase significantly, and muscles throughout the body tense up, especially in the pelvic region. These muscle contractions are what create the pulsing sensation associated with orgasm, and they help to release built-up sexual tension. But it doesn't stop there. Orgasms can even result in aftershocks or smaller, secondary contractions following the peak of climax, extending the feeling of pleasure. While these contractions are most commonly associated with female orgasms, men can experience them as well. Surprisingly, orgasms may also provide some health benefits. Studies suggest that regular orgasms can improve immune function, reduce stress, and even alleviate pain. The body releases endorphins during orgasm, which act as natural painkillers and mood enhancers. This might be why some people find relief from headaches or cramps after an orgasm. The connection between pleasure and pain relief has led researchers to explore potential therapeutic applications for people suffering from chronic pain conditions. For women, orgasms are known to vary greatly in intensity, duration, and even type. While clitoral stimulation is a common pathway to orgasm, some women experience vaginal orgasms or blended orgasms that combine sensations from different areas. Additionally, some women report experiencing orgasms from activities unrelated to sexual arousal, such as exercising or performing yoga. This phenomenon, often called a coregasm, is thought to be triggered by physical exertion and muscle contractions, particularly in the abdominal area. Orgasms are not limited to physical sensations. The mental component is equally powerful. During climax, a person's sense of time and self-awareness can temporarily vanish, creating a sensation often described as losing oneself or a state of flow. This effect is due to reduced activity in the brain's prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for conscious thought and self-evaluation. It's as though the mind lets go, allowing the body to experience pleasure without overthinking. This temporary escape from mental chatter is one reason orgasms can feel so freeing and transformative. For men, orgasms are typically accompanied by ejaculation, though the two are not inseparable. Some men can experience a dry orgasm, where they feel the same sensation of climax, but do not release semen. This can occur naturally or be achieved through certain practices aimed at controlling ejaculation. Dry orgasms can allow men to enjoy multiple orgasms in a single session without needing a long recovery period. The ability to separate orgasm from ejaculation has roots in various cultural practices, particularly in tantric traditions that emphasize sexual energy control. Interestingly, orgasms aren't exclusive to humans. Many animals experience them too. Studies on primates and other mammals reveal that orgasms play an important role in reproduction and bonding in the animal kingdom. Observations have shown that animals like dolphins, bonobos, and even some rodents engage in activities that appear to be linked to pleasure, suggesting that orgasms serve not only reproductive functions, but also social and emotional roles among certain species. Some people experience orgasmic sensations from mental stimulation alone, without any physical touch. This is known as a thinking orgasm or fantasy orgasm. These orgasms can occur during vivid fantasies or even while dreaming. The mind's power to create pleasure without physical stimulation demonstrates how much of the orgasmic experience is rooted in mental arousal. Such experiences underline the importance of imagination and emotional engagement in enhancing sexual satisfaction. Age does not necessarily diminish the capacity for orgasm. Many people maintain the ability to experience pleasurable, fulfilling orgasms well into their later years. In fact, some individuals report that their orgasms become more intense as they age due to increased confidence, reduced inhibitions, and deeper emotional connections with their partners. Hormonal changes and decreased societal pressures can also lead to a more fulfilling sexual life, debunking the myth that passion fades with age. Finally, orgasms have been found to have a fascinating impact on creativity and problem-solving. After an orgasm, the brain often enters a relaxed, open state that can enhance creative thinking and inspire new ideas. This post-orgasmic state of relaxation and openness is due to the flood of neurotransmitters, like dopamine and serotonin, that leave the mind in a refreshed, almost meditative state. Many people find that after experiencing an orgasm, they feel a surge in clarity or creativity, which can be beneficial for tackling problems, brainstorming ideas, or even artistic expression. This phenomenon is sometimes compared to the clarity achieved after deep meditation or other mindfulness practices, where the mind sheds distractions and opens up to new perspectives. Some studies even suggest that the moments following an orgasm enhance our brain's ability to access divergent thinking, allowing us to make connections we might not otherwise consider. Orgasms also have a fascinating impact on sleep. For many, reaching orgasm right before bed can significantly improve the quality of sleep. The release of hormones like prolactin and oxytocin contributes to a feeling of relaxation and satisfaction, helping the body to unwind and transition into a more restful state. This is particularly true for men, as the post-orgasmic release of prolactin has been shown to contribute to drowsiness, which is why many men feel naturally sleepy after climax. For women, the oxytocin release often contributes to a lingering sense of relaxation that can ease tension and promote better sleep, though without as direct an impact on inducing immediate sleep as in men. Regardless of gender, the calming effect of these hormones can help the body reset, making it easier to drift off. Orgasms can also play a role in enhancing emotional resilience. The emotional and physiological benefits of climax extend beyond mere pleasure, influencing mental health and general well-being. Studies have shown that regular sexual satisfaction can reduce levels of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, and increase levels of oxytocin and endorphins, which improve mood and create a sense of well-being. When a person experiences an orgasm, the boost in oxytocin contributes to a stronger feeling of connection and trust with a partner. And even in solo experiences, it can foster self-acceptance and positivity. This emotional boost is thought to contribute to overall resilience, helping individuals manage stress more effectively and approach challenges with a more balanced, relaxed mindset. The psychology behind orgasms also reveals some interesting connections to self-esteem and confidence. Experiencing regular sexual pleasure has been linked to higher self-confidence and a more positive self-image. People who feel more in tune with their sexual selves often report greater self-assurance in other aspects of life. This might be because sexual satisfaction is closely tied to a sense of personal empowerment and self-worth. Embracing one's sexuality and allowing oneself to experience pleasure without shame or inhibition can lead to improved self-perception and even encourage people to pursue other fulfilling experiences outside of the bedroom. Research into the nature of orgasms has revealed how deeply interconnected they are with the mind, body, and emotions. It's a reminder that the experience is not just a physical response, but an intricate blend of physiological, emotional, and psychological factors that contribute to our overall sense of well-being and fulfillment. The more we learn about orgasms, the more we uncover about the human capacity for pleasure, connection, and self-discovery, revealing that this natural experience holds much more significance than we might have previously thought. Orgasms reveal the complexity of human sexuality, but they also highlight the profound ways in which pleasure and health intersect. The regular experience of sexual pleasure, for instance, has been associated with better cardiovascular health, Studies indicate that orgasms can support heart health by temporarily lowering blood pressure and increasing circulation, which benefits the entire body. This is partly due to the release of nitric oxide during arousal and climax, which helps dilate blood vessels and improve blood flow. These cardiovascular benefits are particularly impactful when orgasms are part of an overall lifestyle that prioritizes self-care and physical well-being. Another fascinating aspect is the way orgasms impact the skin. The hormone release and increased blood flow during climax result in a post-orgasm glow, where the skin appears more vibrant and radiant. This glow isn't just a temporary flush. It's due to the improved circulation and release of oxygen throughout the body, which nourishes the skin cells and can leave people with a more youthful, refreshed appearance. Regular sexual activity has even been linked to better skin elasticity and a reduction in the appearance of fine lines over time, a benefit that may stem from the stress reduction and boosted circulation associated with pleasure. Orgasms can also influence our sensitivity to touch, amplifying physical pleasure beyond the moment itself. After climax, the release of dopamine and oxytocin creates a heightened sensitivity in certain nerve pathways, making touch feel more pronounced and enjoyable. This heightened sensitivity can extend into affectionate post-coital interactions, allowing partners to connect on a deeper, more intimate level. For individuals, this touch sensitivity can also enhance body awareness and self-connection, deepening the experience of touch in everyday life. An intriguing phenomenon linked to orgasms is the refractory period, the time it takes for the body to reset and become ready for another orgasm. For most men, this period can range from a few minutes to several hours, while women may not experience a refractory period at all, allowing for multiple orgasms in a single sexual encounter. This difference in physiology underscores the uniqueness of each person's sexual response and has sparked ongoing research into what factors, such as age, health, and individual arousal levels, influence the duration of the refractory period. Understanding this could provide deeper insights into human sexuality and, potentially, ways to enhance sexual health for those looking to reduce their refractory times. The unique hormonal changes that come with climax are also thought to influence the immune system positively. Following orgasm, the body experiences a temporary boost in certain immune functions, including increased white blood cell activity. This means that people who enjoy regular sexual activity may have an improved ability to fend off infections and illnesses, possibly due to the stress-relieving effects of orgasm that lower cortisol levels and reduce inflammation in the body. This natural immune boost highlights how interconnected the body's systems are, with pleasure and immunity supporting each other in surprising ways. While orgasm has traditionally been viewed through a reproductive or pleasure-centered lens, it's also become a subject of therapeutic interest. Therapists are exploring orgasmic meditation and other mindfulness-based techniques to help people reconnect with their bodies, especially those who have experienced trauma or difficulty with intimacy. Orgasmic therapy aims to help individuals become more comfortable with their sexual selves, fostering a sense of empowerment, trust, and self-acceptance. These practices emphasize the healing potential of pleasure, encouraging people to view orgasms as not only a source of satisfaction, but also a pathway to deeper self-understanding and emotional healing. The science of orgasms is continually evolving, offering new insights into this incredible phenomenon that merges mind, body, and emotion into one transcendent experience. As researchers delve deeper, they uncover more reasons to appreciate the ways orgasms enrich our lives beyond the bedroom. Whether by enhancing our physical health, deepening emotional connections, or fostering personal growth, orgasms remind us of the profound connections we have with our bodies and each other, highlighting the beauty and mystery of human experience. In exploring orgasms, we also begin to understand their role in cultivating intimacy and trust within relationships. Orgasms release oxytocin, known as the cuddle hormone, which strengthens bonding and emotional closeness between partners. This surge in oxytocin can foster feelings of attachment and safety, allowing partners to feel more secure and valued in their relationship. This bonding effect is one reason why couples who regularly share intimate experiences may feel a stronger connection, as each shared climax contributes to a sense of unity and partnership. These bonds become a foundation that supports mutual trust, communication, and respect, creating a space where both partners can feel free to be themselves without fear of judgment. Moreover, for those practicing mindfulness or tantric approaches to sexuality, the orgasm experience can be extended and deepened, transforming it into a spiritual practice. This kind of exploration, often associated with ancient tantric traditions, involves focusing on breathing, presence, and energy flow, allowing participants to experience heightened awareness and prolonged pleasure. By intentionally slowing down and savoring the sensations, people may experience orgasms that are not only physically fulfilling, but also deeply meditative and spiritually uplifting. These practices emphasize connection, both within oneself and with a partner, aiming to cultivate a transcendent experience that goes beyond physical pleasure into the realm of inner peace and self-discovery. Orgasms also carry societal and cultural significance. While many cultures celebrate pleasure as a natural and enriching aspect of life, others historically viewed it with suspicion or treated it as taboo. Over time, society's perceptions of orgasms have evolved, with contemporary perspectives recognizing them as essential to mental health, well-being, and personal empowerment. With increased openness and education around sexual health, people are gradually shedding stigmas and learning to embrace pleasure as a valuable part of a balanced, fulfilling life. This cultural shift has contributed to greater awareness about sexual wellness, helping people feel more confident in seeking information, exploring their preferences, and understanding their bodies without shame or inhibition. Even the science behind orgasm research reflects this progress. What was once a relatively obscure field has now gained recognition as an important area of study, with researchers exploring how orgasms impact everything from mood regulation to pain management. Scientists have even found evidence that orgasms might play a role in neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize and form new neural connections. The release of dopamine and serotonin during climax might help strengthen certain neural pathways, supporting learning and emotional resilience. This discovery points to orgasms as a potential factor in improving brain health, especially when combined with other positive lifestyle habits like regular exercise, meditation, and a balanced diet. The continuing research into orgasms underscores how little we still know about this multifaceted experience. As science progresses, we may uncover even more connections between pleasure and holistic well-being, opening doors to new therapies, health benefits, and self-care practices. In a world that often feels fast-paced and demanding, the orgasm remains a powerful reminder of the body's inherent wisdom and capacity for pleasure. It invites us to slow down, tune into ourselves, and embrace the profound joy of being alive. In essence, orgasms offer far more than fleeting physical pleasure. They are a gateway to greater health, deeper relationships, personal growth, and even creativity. They remind us that we are complex, holistic beings whose physical experiences ripple through our emotional and mental worlds, intertwining our understanding of pleasure, connection, and self-discovery. Whether approached as an art, a science, or a simple joy, the orgasm is a testament to the intricacies of human nature, highlighting how, in moments of pleasure, we come to know ourselves and our connections more fully. As we learn to embrace and celebrate this aspect of our lives, we pave the way for a more vibrant, conscious, and interconnected existence. This journey into the complexities of orgasms reveals just how deeply interconnected our bodies, minds, and emotions are. Each aspect of the orgasm experience, from the physiological to the psychological, reinforces the importance of self-awareness and acceptance. Learning to embrace pleasure in all its forms allows us to connect more authentically with ourselves and with others, fostering an appreciation for the subtleties of human experience. Orgasms encourage a sense of curiosity about our own bodies and their vast potential for pleasure. This curiosity extends beyond mere physicality, and can become a lifelong exploration of what brings us joy, comfort, and fulfillment. For many, understanding and nurturing this part of life can lead to a broader perspective on well-being. When people feel empowered to embrace pleasure as a natural part of life, they often develop healthier, more balanced attitudes towards their bodies and relationships, cultivating a positive cycle of self-confidence and emotional resilience. For those in partnerships, shared pleasure through orgasm can serve as a powerful bridge to understanding each other's needs and desires. Partners who prioritize open communication around pleasure are better equipped to support each other in and outside the bedroom, reinforcing a culture of trust and mutual respect. Being vulnerable and communicative about pleasure can create an intimacy that transcends physical closeness, fostering emotional bonds that withstand the stresses and challenges of life. Couples who nurture this level of connection often report higher relationship satisfaction, enhanced empathy, and a shared sense of purpose and companionship. Interestingly, orgasms also reveal how powerfully our minds influence our experiences. The brain's role in pleasure underscores the fact that much of what we feel and experience is rooted in perception and mental engagement. Sexual fantasies, for instance, demonstrate how imagination alone can generate physical responses, further highlighting the mind's role in shaping our pleasure. This connection between imagination and physical response invites people to embrace their creativity and explore their preferences without judgment, adding richness and variety to their experiences. This aspect of orgasms also highlights an essential truth. Pleasure is a deeply personal experience, one that can be explored and cultivated in unique ways for each individual. There's no singular approach to enjoying pleasure, and each person's journey is shaped by their own comfort, curiosity, and personal preferences. Some may find fulfillment through the physical aspects, while others might find more meaning in the emotional or even spiritual dimensions of intimacy. Honoring these differences allows people to approach pleasure as a personal practice, discovering what resonates with them in a way that feels authentic and nourishing. Beyond individual exploration, orgasms have an impact that radiates outward. People who regularly experience pleasure, whether through intimacy with a partner or with themselves, tend to exhibit higher levels of positivity, empathy, and resilience in their daily lives. This sense of fulfillment can contribute to stronger friendships, a more optimistic outlook, and a greater willingness to connect with others. In a world where stress and disconnection are all too common, the benefits of pleasure as a source of strength and well-being cannot be overstated. In the end, the orgasm is far more than a fleeting sensation. It is a reminder of our innate capacity for joy, connection, and self-expression. By embracing the pleasure that our bodies and minds are capable of, we celebrate the richness of being human. As research continues to unveil the full spectrum of benefits associated with orgasms, we are reminded of how essential pleasure is to a balanced and fulfilling life. Ultimately, the study and celebration of orgasms reflect a broader truth about human life, that we are built not only to survive but to thrive, to connect, and to experience the beauty and wonder of existence fully. Embracing pleasure and understanding its role in our lives enriches every dimension of our being, allowing us to live with purpose, connection, and joy. Through the simple yet profound experience of pleasure, we are reminded of our own potential, our shared humanity, and the extraordinary power of intimacy to heal, uplift, and transform us. Orgasms, in their capacity to heal and transform, serve as a reminder of the profound wisdom embedded within our bodies. They reveal the delicate balance between vulnerability and strength, intimacy and independence, inviting us to engage more fully with the sensations and emotions that bring depth to our lives. This understanding encourages a holistic view of health, one that honors physical pleasure as integral to our well-being alongside mental, emotional, and spiritual growth. When we allow ourselves to experience pleasure without guilt or inhibition, we open doors to self-acceptance. This acceptance helps us appreciate our own bodies, flaws and all, and fosters a positive relationship with ourselves that extends beyond the moment of climax. This self-acceptance often ripples into other areas of life, helping people develop a more compassionate and forgiving approach to themselves. As we come to embrace our own pleasure, we become more willing to let go of societal judgments, outdated beliefs, or personal insecurities that may have held us back. In this way, the journey toward understanding pleasure becomes a journey towards self-empowerment, allowing us to reclaim agency over our own lives and bodies. This perspective also reframes how we view intimacy with others. Shared pleasure can become a form of mutual healing, where both partners contribute to each other's sense of self-worth, emotional safety, and happiness. When two people connect in this way, they co-create an experience that nurtures both individuals. Such relationships, built on respect and shared vulnerability, allow partners to explore not only the joy of physical connection, but also the emotional and spiritual dimensions of love. By supporting each other in experiencing joy, couples reinforce a cycle of positive feedback that benefits the relationship and, in turn, enhances each person's well-being. This journey isn't limited to romantic partnerships. When individuals embrace their sexuality as a healthy part of life, it can positively impact their connections with friends, family, and even coworkers. People who experience a balanced and fulfilling intimate life often display higher levels of empathy, patience, and resilience. This comes from the sense of wholeness and well-being they feel, which allows them to show up more fully and authentically in their relationships. By nurturing our own happiness and fulfillment, we can better support those around us, creating a ripple effect that enhances our communities and strengthens social bonds. Moreover, exploring the full range of orgasmic experiences can lead to a deeper connection with oneself. For some, this self-connection may come through solo practices, which allow individuals to cultivate self-love, gain insight into their desires, and appreciate their own company. Embracing solo pleasure can be empowering, as it teaches people to rely on themselves for comfort, joy, and reassurance. This sense of self-reliance builds confidence, reminding individuals that they are capable of fulfilling their own needs, which can be deeply liberating. In the grand tapestry of human experience, orgasms represent moments where physical, emotional, and even spiritual energies converge. They reveal the complexity and beauty of our inner landscapes, reminding us of the vastness of our own potential. In these moments, we experience a kind of transcendence, where we are freed from daily concerns and immersed in pure sensation, connection, and presence. Through this immersion, we glimpse a sense of unity, both within ourselves and with others, that transcends words. As we continue to understand and embrace the role of orgasms in our lives, we cultivate a relationship with pleasure that is deeply respectful, intentional, and fulfilling. This is not merely about physical satisfaction, but about embracing pleasure as an integral part of a balanced and meaningful life. It's about honoring our bodies, valuing our connections, and celebrating the capacity for joy that lies within each of us. Orgasms are a powerful testament to the richness of human life, a reminder that we are here not only to survive, but to thrive, to connect, and to experience the fullness of our own potential. They invite us to embrace life with curiosity and compassion, to understand ourselves more fully, and to recognize that joy, in all its forms, is a vital part of the human experience. Through this journey, we learn that the pursuit of pleasure is, at its core, a pursuit of life itself, an invitation to live with passion, presence, and an open heart. Orgasms remind us that life is meant to be savored, to be felt deeply, and to be appreciated in all its multifaceted beauty. They invite us to slow down, to immerse ourselves fully in the present moment, and to experience a profound sense of gratitude for our bodies and all they are capable of. In a world that often pushes us toward constant productivity, pleasure serves as a gentle yet powerful reminder that rest, joy, and connection are just as essential to our well-being as achievement and ambition. These moments of pleasure offer a unique perspective on self-care, showing us that nurturing our own happiness isn't selfish but necessary. By honoring our own needs, We create a foundation of resilience and joy that spills over into all aspects of life. This self-care extends far beyond physical satisfaction. It represents a holistic approach to health where we consider our emotional, psychological, and spiritual needs as well. It encourages us to prioritize our own well-being, teaching us that when we care for ourselves, we are better equipped to care for others. Orgasms, in their profound simplicity, also illuminate the power of vulnerability. Whether experienced alone or shared with a partner, they require a willingness to let go, to be open, and to embrace our desires without reservation. This openness is a strength, a reminder that vulnerability can be empowering, allowing us to experience life more authentically and connect with others on a deeper level. Embracing vulnerability in this way fosters a sense of trust, both within ourselves and in our relationships, giving us the courage to express our needs and desires openly. In embracing pleasure, we also come face to face with our own humanity. Orgasms remind us that we are creatures of both mind and body, connected deeply to our physical selves while also yearning for connection and understanding. They invite us to appreciate our own natural rhythms, to listen to our bodies, and to trust our instincts. This respect for our own physicality fosters a sense of gratitude for the beauty of being human, a recognition of the miracle that is life itself. The experience of orgasm, with all its transformative power, serves as a profound metaphor for life's most meaningful moments. Just as in pleasure, life's richest experiences often require us to be present, to be patient, and to open ourselves to the full range of emotions. In these moments, we learn that fulfillment is rarely found in rushing or striving, but in allowing ourselves to fully engage with what each moment has to offer. This perspective can transform not only how we approach pleasure, but how we approach life itself, encouraging us to embrace every experience with a sense of openness and wonder. Ultimately, orgasms are a celebration of existence, a reminder that pleasure is not merely an indulgence, but a fundamental part of what it means to be alive. They reconnect us with our own humanity, bridging the gaps between body, mind, and spirit, and reminding us that joy, intimacy, and connection are at the heart of a well-lived life. Through the pursuit and embrace of pleasure, we learn to live more boldly, to love more deeply, and to experience life in its most vibrant and fulfilling form. In honoring this part of ourselves, we cultivate a life rich with purpose, presence, and joy. We learn to see pleasure not as a destination, but as an integral part of the journey, a source of strength, resilience, and renewal that fuels us in all that we do. And as we continue this journey, we are reminded that our capacity for pleasure is boundless, just like our capacity for love, for growth, and for transformation. This is the gift of embracing our pleasure, our passions, and our humanity, a life lived fully, richly, and with an open heart. In continuing this journey, orgasms remind us that life's most profound experiences often lie in embracing our full range of sensations, emotions, and connections. They teach us to approach pleasure without judgment, to honor the intimate moments that connect us to ourselves and others, and to appreciate the joy found in being present. Just as each orgasm is unique, each moment of our lives holds its own flavor, inviting us to savor and explore it without reservation. Pleasure encourages a deeper relationship with our inner selves, highlighting the importance of self-discovery as an ongoing, ever-evolving process. Each experience, each revelation, invites us to learn more about who we are and what we desire. This self-knowledge forms the foundation for a life that aligns with our deepest values and aspirations, empowering us to make choices rooted in authenticity and self-respect. By exploring what brings us pleasure, we also gain insights into what brings us fulfillment, which ultimately helps us shape a life that feels meaningful and intentional. Orgasms highlight the art of letting go, a practice that teaches us to release control, embrace spontaneity, and trust in the natural rhythms of life. In moments of pure pleasure, we're reminded that not everything requires planning or precision. Some of life's most meaningful experiences emerge when we allow ourselves to simply be. This lesson extends far beyond the realm of pleasure, encouraging us to loosen our grip on rigid expectations and instead embrace the flow of life. In doing so, we cultivate resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to explore the unknown. For many, the pursuit of pleasure also becomes a journey of self-love. In embracing our desires and celebrating our bodies, we build a foundation of compassion, acceptance, and gratitude for who we are. This journey towards self-love is transformative, as it reshapes our relationship with ourselves and, by extension, our relationships with others. When we approach life from a place of self-respect and self-compassion, we inspire those around us to do the same, fostering a culture of acceptance and positivity. Embracing orgasms as a source of healing, growth, and connection elevates them to a level that goes beyond mere physicality. They become symbols of liberation, reminders that pleasure is our birthright and a pathway to wholeness. Through this lens, pleasure becomes a means of self-care, a gift that we give to ourselves as a celebration of life and all its mysteries. It becomes a reminder to prioritize joy, even in the face of life's challenges, and to remember that our capacity for pleasure is an enduring source of strength. As we continue to explore and honor the role of pleasure in our lives, we open ourselves to the beauty of shared experiences, of loving ourselves, and of experiencing the world in its fullest expression. The journey towards understanding and embracing pleasure reflects a broader journey toward understanding ourselves and the people we love. It is an exploration of life's richness, an affirmation of our own worth, and a celebration of all that makes us human. Orgasms serve as a timeless reminder that life is meant to be lived vividly, deeply, and without regret. Through the embrace of pleasure, we are reminded that we are capable of infinite joy, boundless love, and extraordinary connection. Each experience, each moment of vulnerability and ecstasy, draws us closer to the essence of what it means to be alive, to feel, to love, and to live with purpose and passion. In honoring this truth, we embrace life in its totality, becoming fully present to each moment, each sensation, and each heartbeat, knowing that pleasure is not just a fleeting experience, but a profound celebration of life itself. Through the lens of pleasure, we find that life's most essential lessons often reveal themselves in moments of pure presence. Orgasms remind us to inhabit our bodies fully, to feel the pulse of our existence without distraction, and to recognize the beauty in simplicity. These moments call us to experience life as it unfolds, to step away from the noise of daily demands, and to connect with the deepest parts of ourselves. In doing so, we honor the intricate dance between mind, body, and spirit, discovering that each plays a vital role in our quest for meaning and connection. In many ways, the path to pleasure mirrors the path to self-discovery. As we become more attuned to our desires, we begin to unravel layers of our own complexity, facing parts of ourselves that may have been buried or overlooked. This exploration can lead to profound insights, revealing our fears, hopes, and needs with clarity. By honoring these discoveries, we gain the courage to express our desires authentically, both to ourselves and to those we love. Each revelation brings us closer to a truer, more liberated version of ourselves, one that fully embraces life's joys without reservation or hesitation. Orgasms also reinforce the power of intention. In approaching pleasure with mindfulness, we deepen our appreciation for each moment, transforming physical sensations into a holistic experience that nurtures our soul. This intentionality encourages us to treat each intimate encounter as sacred, whether with a partner or alone, valuing it as an act of self-care and self-connection. Such an approach nurtures a sense of gratitude for our bodies and the experiences they allow us to have, fostering respect for our own physical and emotional boundaries and those of others. Beyond personal exploration, orgasms teach us about the universal human experience. They remind us that, regardless of our backgrounds, beliefs, or identities, we all share a fundamental capacity for joy, connection, and love. In moments of pleasure, the distinctions between us fade, and we find ourselves united in the shared desire for fulfillment and closeness. This shared humanity invites us to approach others with empathy, to recognize our interconnectedness, and to celebrate the common threads that bind us together in this vast tapestry of life. As we continue to embrace pleasure as a fundamental part of life, we break down the barriers of guilt, shame, and judgment that have historically surrounded it. Instead, we cultivate a world where pleasure is celebrated as a vital element of well-being, where people feel free to explore, express, and experience joy without fear. This shift toward acceptance transforms not only our individual lives, but society as a whole, fostering a culture that values mental, emotional, and physical health equally. In this celebration of pleasure, we find a powerful reminder to live fully and love deeply. Orgasms teach us to appreciate the journey of life, with all its peaks and valleys, and to embrace every aspect of our being with compassion and gratitude. They are a call to remember that we are here to feel, to connect, and to find meaning in each fleeting moment. Through pleasure, we gain the wisdom to approach life with an open heart, recognizing that joy is not just a destination, but a guiding light that illuminates our path forward. Ultimately, the journey toward understanding pleasure is a journey toward wholeness. It teaches us to be present, to celebrate our humanity, and to savor the extraordinary experience of being alive. As we honor the power of pleasure in all its forms, we come to see it as a gift, a source of renewal, and a reminder of life's limitless beauty. Embracing this truth, we step into a world of possibility, ready to experience life with passion, purpose, and a profound sense of wonder. This journey into pleasure leads us to a realization that, at its core, life is woven from moments meant to be cherished, moments that remind us of our resilience, our capacity for love, and our innate beauty. When we allow ourselves to fully embrace the pleasures life offers, we deepen our connection to all that surrounds us, from the people we love to the simple, everyday joys that make us feel alive. We learn to view pleasure not as an isolated experience, but as an essential thread in the tapestry of a well-rounded life. Orgasms, in particular, demonstrate the art of surrender, a letting go of control that brings clarity, peace, and an understanding of the freedom that comes with vulnerability. They teach us that sometimes the most fulfilling experiences arise not from striving or planning, but from simply allowing ourselves to be. This surrender is a powerful reminder that life's beauty often emerges in the spaces where we relinquish control and embrace the unknown, trusting that our journey is leading us exactly where we need to go. In embracing the fullness of our pleasure, we invite a sense of wholeness that extends into every aspect of our lives. This wholeness is not just a physical sensation, but a state of mind, a reminder that we are more than the sum of our daily tasks, responsibilities, or appearances. We are beings with depths of feeling and experience, and by exploring what brings us joy, we honor the entire spectrum of who we are. This holistic self-acceptance encourages us to treat ourselves with kindness and compassion, acknowledging that our worth is intrinsic, tied not to what we accomplish, but to who we are at our core. Orgasms also open a doorway to creativity and inspiration. The release they provide clears the mind, offering a sense of renewal that often sparks new ideas, perspectives, and a reinvigorated zest for life. This creative energy can flow into our passions, work, relationships, and personal projects, infusing everything we do with the vibrancy of someone who has tapped into their fullest self. The clarity and inspiration that come from embracing our pleasure serve as a bridge to greater purpose, allowing us to approach life's challenges with confidence and creativity. Furthermore, the experience of pleasure often brings us into the present moment, where worries about the past or anxieties about the future fall away. In these moments, we are fully alive, fully engaged, and connected to the immediacy of our existence. This presence is transformative, showing us that while life may be uncertain, There is always beauty to be found in the here and now. By grounding ourselves in the present, we cultivate a sense of peace and resilience, learning to approach life with openness and acceptance, no matter what comes our way. Ultimately, orgasms remind us of our boundless capacity for joy, for connection, and for growth. They serve as a testament to the magic and mystery of the human experience, inviting us to revel in our own complexity and embrace the richness of life in all its forms. This journey of pleasure is, at its heart, a journey towards self-love and self-realization, a path that leads us to greater self-respect, deeper relationships, and a profound appreciation for the gift of being alive. In honoring this part of ourselves, we discover that pleasure is not just a fleeting moment, but a source of strength, healing, and insight. It becomes a reminder to live boldly, love deeply, and embrace every facet of our existence with gratitude and joy. By fully engaging with the pleasures of life, we learn to walk our path with a renewed sense of wonder, finding beauty in each step and meaning in each breath. This is the gift of pleasure, a celebration of our humanity, an affirmation of our worth, and a call to live each day with purpose, passion, and an open heart.